Hello. What's good, everybody? My name is Joey J. Ping here, checking in live, respectmyregion.com. Another episode of the RMR podcast on the Respect My Region podcast network. Today's episode brought to you guys by sparkscan.com, our premier and official partner for all things cannabis listing marketplaces. That's going to include Weedmaps, Leafly, Yelp, and Google, folks. Areas where you guys as retailers make money. Sparkscan.com will help you guys increase those numbers and lock in more customers. Now, the episode today, folks, is not about SparksCan. It's about our very special guest. We've got Brandon over there in the black tee, Rodney in the white tee. They're the two co-founders. They are the CEOs and COOs of Trends Wellness LIC, located in Long Island City, which is a neighborhood in Queens. Correct, fellas?
Correct.
And it's New York City, folks. It's a New York City Cannabis podcast episode today. Rodney, Brandon, how y'all living, man? Welcome to the show.
We living good, Joey. Thank you, man, for having us. Appreciate
Man,
you.
I appreciate you guys making the time, man. You know, it's New York is literally that hustle and bustle, and you guys are two of the busiest folks that I've been trying to get on the podcast. It's a pleasure. I enjoy it. I'm not even making fun. I like it when it's kind of difficult because it builds the anticipation, guys. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, what is Trends out there doing? They're busy, huh? They're setting trends. Is that what's going on? So I got to learn. We got to unpack it. Brandon, lay it on me. How did you guys come up with Trends Wellness? What was going on? What were you guys up to back in the day?
Well, I would say the wellness part of it, that comes from Rodney's background, Rodney's side. He has another business, a fitness business. He runs a gym in Harlem, a personal training in Harlem.
Okay.
He already been on the health and wellness and fitness side. Me, I've been, on my plant-based journey and, doing the herbal route with different things. So I've been on the wellness journey for the past 10 plus years or so.
Wow.
So we knew whatever we did, it had to be classy and it had to be wellness and holistic, And so that's how the brand Trends came about. But the actual name of Trends, I'll let Ronnie tell the story. He tells it.
Ronnie, how did you guys come up with the name Trends Wellness? Obviously, the culture and the passion behind it he described, but picking a name can be fun or difficult. You know what I mean, or both.
It was difficult.
It came out of a cipher, to be honest.
Oh, let's go. Okay, tell me more.
Me, Brandon, my sisters, his girlfriend, my wife. We were all, just talking and just trying to figure out the game plan, how we was going to build it, what we wanted the brand to stand for, to become. And his girlfriend, I guess, had one of those epiphany moments, and she was like, something like Trends might be it, might sound good. And we all just actually sat around and thought about it and was like, all right, that could look good on the hat, the logo. We can play around with it a lot. It's a lot of different, branding, plays we can do with that. And then we actually had to give it some meaning. So once we came up with the name that we all liked, then I tasked everybody to kind of give it some meaning, create an acronym that will work for it. And my sister Kiara came up with the real experience needs. And it just hit home because that's exactly what we are about, shattering the stigma, sharing stories, telling people's experiences about the plant, the benefits of the plant, and how it's not just for recreational use. It's, saving people's lives. So that's, what we're about, sharing stories that are saving people's lives, changing people's lives, through this holistic plant and the benefits of it.
So Rodney, you, with this health and wellness background, a gym, we've got the wellness side of the brand and the business coming together. But then I couldn't help but pick up two, Brandon, that you said you were on, I'll say, a different shelf, but the same tip, right? Like you're already off of in the healthy world, with the holistic interest in these kinds of things. Can you elaborate more on some of those? I mean, if you're willing to share some of the personal choices you've made in your own wellness. And second question for that is, and how did that translate into cannabis for you?
Well, so I'm on my earthy. I consider myself a free spirit, and I'm a healthy, earthy type of vibe where like I started following the teachings of Dr. Sebi, Arnold Eric, who teach a plant-based mucusless diet. So like even part of my journey, the whole last year, I fasted. I did a liquid fast for 45 days where I didn't eat anything at all.
Wow.
I juiced everything, just to discipline my body, clear my body of toxins, different things like that. And then for the rest of the year, I went plant-based. I was vegan. I didn't consume any meat, any seafood, or anything like that. You
Mm-hmm.
know. And I've been on that journey for, like I said, for the past 10 years, like slowly cutting out pork, slowly cutting out beef, cutting out chicken, year by year. And so last year, that's when I said everything is being cut out. Just to understand and learn my body a bit more. And with that, you know, cannabis is also a part of that because it comes from the ground. It's grown, it's grown naturally or
Yep.
whatnot. There's a lot of the other drugs and pharmaceuticals and stuff like that. It's all man-made and chemicals and different things like that. So I lean toward cannabis. I used to be a big drinker, and I noticed what it does to my body. I notice what it does to my mind and things like that. Versus when I consume cannabis, like I'm way more in control of myself. It's way more healthier, different things like that. So that's part of my journey.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Now, I think about you guys and your guys' personal ties to either health and wellness and your passions, and I think about the tie into cannabis. How did we get into cannabis retail? Let's talk about Trends Wellness. We talked about the name. How did we get into actually retail? Where did that mindset come from? Is it from you, Rodney, in the gym, or Brandon? Maybe whatever something you were doing. How did that retail side of the equation come about?
We always get asked this question, and the funny thing is that I always say it was the universe that kind of guided us down this path. We didn't choose this path. Of course,
Chose us.
The path chose us. And I was definitely a legacy person. I sold weed when I was in cannabis when I was younger. Prior to getting into personal industry. So about 25 years ago, yes, I was in the streets and I sold cannabis. Been arrested for it multiple times. Unfortunately, I got my brother arrested for it as well. Even my dad's been arrested for it.
Wow.
However, when it came time for legalization, it knocked on my doorstep. I was running my fitness business called Hurricane Fitness, by the way. I've been running my fitness business in Harlem. And when somebody brought it to my attention that they're about to legalize, these are the steps that we need. We're looking for people to collaborate and partner with. I was trying to go through the process slightly, but I didn't do a wholehearted effort because I was just distracted with my business. I was doing pretty well in the fitness industry. And that was my passion where I was at the time. I let that go and didn't pursue it hard enough. A few years later, actually at my wedding while we were in Mexico, Tulum, my father brought it back to our attention, saying that he had some people out of DC area who wanted to invest in the New York market, and they were looking for some people to invest in. At that point in time, we, said, all right, let's consider this for real now. Once they told us, the actual, money that people are making in the industry, we said this might be something for real that can create generational wealth and change our lives and our families.
Absolutely.
That being said, we decided to go down that path. The investors unfortunately pulled out 2 weeks before the application deadline because the lawyers who were supposed to complete the application for us, at the time we're charging $10K just to complete the application. They bumped it up to $40K at the last minute. Then the investors backed out of it. We said, hey, what the hell? Let's just do it, see what we get. I had the business, the qualifying business with the help with Hurricane Fitness. My father had conviction. We put in the application and the rest is history.
Wow. Willed it over the finish line.
Willed it over the finish line. I won't even say we willed it. We put it in, we took a shot, we said, let's see where it goes. But like I said, it was the universe that really wants this for us. So
yeah,
it's something that is bigger than us, we feel, which is why we all about building community. We're all about leveling up, not just our family, but our neighbors as well.
Walk me through and our viewers the journey of launching the store, Brandon, if you wouldn't mind. What was your role bringing the store to life? What did you do on the day to day, the last few years, all the way to launch?
The journey to launching the store was crazy. When we first got the call that we got approved for the license, we were in Africa celebrating my birthday. We were
Wow.
super excited. We knew, all right, now once we get back to New York, we gotta hit the ground running. We gotta learn everything we need to learn. We gotta make connections. The whole not find a space. So as soon as we get back, that's exactly what we did. We've been to every single cannabis event for the whole year. What was that? 2023. We got awarded the license.
Yeah.
Every single cannabis event for the year of 2023, we were at. So we and speaking to everybody. Everybody knew who we were. We made a ton of connections and networks. I walked the whole Long Island City looking for a location. I walked the whole Long Island City, called every single number off of every building. Speaking to a realtor. We even drove around the whole Queens, actually, even looking for spaces. But I finally found a location in Long Island City. Called the realtor. He said this one's not available, but I got one over here in Long Island in Court Square that I think you should definitely take a look at. The landlord is cool with cannabis, because a lot of landlords are not cool with cannabis, so we
Yeah.
turned down left and right. A lot of buildings. A lot of buildings that have federal mortgages on them, they can't even have a cannabis dispensary, even if their landlord wanted cannabis,
Wow.
can't even have a dispensary in it. So it was very difficult. But he said, I got one where, it doesn't have the federal mortgage on it. Landlord is cool with the use. Go by, take a look. I came by, seen the space that we at now. It was raw, completely gutted, empty, no HVAC, no electrical, no nothing in it. But the location, I was like, I love the location. I love this area. We want it. We're gonna take it. And so we had to go through that whole process. Of course, when it's cannabis, they put a premium on it. So the rents, if they would have normally asked, if it was a doctor's office or something like that, they would have probably asked them a certain amount. But once you say cannabis, they, put 20% premium on top of that.
Yep.
Negotiate, with the landlord on that. We got the location, got to a good agreement. Now it's time to find the money. Now we got to find, the guarantors and stuff. All right, we don't got that kind of money because it take millions or almost $1 million just to get the store up and running and stuff. So now we got to go network some more and find the money. And luckily, we was able to make that happen as well, just from being out and about and talking to everybody as much as possible.
Had either of you guys had experience raising money or building that before? Rodney, was that something that you had done for your gym, or how? I guess how did this go once you guys had to start doing it? How did it all unfold?
No, neither one of us really had retail experience in this way. I haven't raised money previously as well. My gym started as a grassroots gym. I was a manager
Wow.
for the club. I left there. I took most of my clients with me, and just got a small spot and built from there. So
Cool.
yeah, we've been grassroots, and now we started. I started a small business. I said, now let's start a big business. And
Yeah.
that, the plan for us is to go global. So
We were, I would say, when you get the license though, there are a lot of investors that start calling you out of nowhere. They calling everybody on the list because they want to get into the New York market. They know this is going to be one of the biggest market. Um, so they calling you up, but then the kind of deals that they're offering is super predatory. Like it's a lot of sharks in this water for sure. Like a lot of the deals, they pretty much want to take over your whole company. You know what I mean? Just give you a little stipend or a little salary or something like that. But pretty much you stay home and let them do everything.
Yeah.
And So, we had to navigate a lot of those, those offers and discussions and stuff like that. And, luckily we found, it's funny because our realtor, he actually was connected with somebody that was connected to Housing Works. And so we actually, had some discussions with Housing Works. We felt they were offering us the best deal. So we partnered up with them. We aligned with Housing Works, and their whole brand, that's a big nonprofit, and they have a dope mission. So we
Yeah.
definitely felt it was a great alignment.
Is it still aligned that way, or what's changed or the same since that point in the company's lifespan?
No, we still in alignment. We still partnered up with Housing Works.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I'll have to look into more about what they do. Um, but I think that's a real. I mean, I'm slightly familiar, but in terms of like what they've been doing the last year or so, I've definitely been out of the loop. Guys, there's New York was not easy for a lot of these retailers. I know that there was a lot of delays, those lawsuits for a period of time, right? But now we're talking 450 plus locations are open across the state, is what we're seeing. What's it like for you guys to really think about, to take a moment and be like, yeah, man, we every day we're out here selling weed. It's legal. It's a safe situation. As long as you guys are good at the numbers and the product move and you guys continue to build relationships in the community, it should continue to grow and get, and slowly over time get bigger and bigger, maybe even fast over time if some kind of thing goes viral or something. But what's it like for you guys to really think about that? Like, this is what you guys are doing every day. Like, have you guys taken that moment together? Have you guys talked about it?
Yeah, it's surreal. To go from being arrested for cannabis to now selling it. It's super surreal. Funny
Hey,
story.
Brandon, could you go ahead and grab your phone and maybe adjust it slightly? I think you guys are going in and out on the volume because it might be sitting on the microphone. There we go. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
look,
little.
like
That's
as
better.
Yeah, that's better. Thank you. You were saying, Rodney?
as I was saying, yeah, it's surreal going from like being arrested for now being able to sell it, smoke in front of police and everything. But the interesting story is that the same 2 week span that we got the license, like we got the license the very next day, I went to meet Brandon in Africa, for his 40th birthday. And then on the way back, the tail end back of the trip, I'm leaving Tanzania. I had to fly through Dubai. I forgot I had his grinder. It was empty. They scraped it out. Find enough for it to be a joint. And the same 2 weeks I got licensed to sell cannabis in New York. I literally got banned from Dubai for life.
Wow.
I'm lucky to make it back.
Yeah, that's for sure. I know they're not super friendly over there to cannabis just yet.
Not at all. So I'm so lucky to make it back. But yeah, it's surreal. They slowly starting to free the plant. Can't wait to at least get rescheduled or make it a little bit more free for them to legalize it. Which they should. But I don't know why. Well, we do know why they're holding it hostage. It's a lot of money involved. It's a lot of politics.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, that's a crazy timing, and uh in some ways it's just, it's like a sign. I guess we just got to be I guess you just gotta be focusing on the dispensary going forward. Less trips to those crazy places where weed isn't so friendly.
Pretty much. I'm not going. Well, I can't go back anymore, so that's over.
Right. Okay, so guys, let's talk a little bit about the market that you guys are in, Long Island City. Are there a bunch of other dispensaries? Is it highly competitive? And if so, well, either way, whether it's competitive or not, what are you guys doing to stand out in the market?
Well, it is competitive because now this is one of the fastest growing neighborhoods in the country. So there are, other dispensaries that have, come here since we've last been here. But like I said, we're one of the largest legal cannabis dispensaries in New York City, if not the largest. And one of the things that we do to stand out is we are big on community. So we have an event space in our space that we do a lot of community events.
Cool.
do elevated yoga. We do comedy shows. We bring in game developers to allow the community to play their games before they actually hit the market.
That's
Um,
sick.
yeah, we do doggy events, dog parties. And
Let's go. I got a dog. That's exciting. Hell
yes,
yeah.
we do a little bit of everything here.
We got Meet the Brands coming up this Friday.
Yes.
It's a big, big event where we bring like 20 plus of the brands that we got. We bring them to the store. We have.
Oh, that's such a good idea, fellas. I love that. Did you guys use the Meet the Parents font too?
We should have.
No, I'm just high. That's just a high comment. Anyways, that's dope. The event space, is it inside the dispensary or is it attached?
Inside the dispensary, almost like a speakeasy style.
That's sick, dude. Hell yeah. I gotta check this space out, man. That's gonna be sick. I can't wait to get out there again in New York. I should be out there in October for the upcoming Hall of Flowers event. Big shout out to Hall of Flowers launching New York. As you guys are owners, make sure you guys slide out to the first ever Hall of Flowers. I've been to a lot of the California ones. For it to be truly successful, people got to show up, and they just got to keep meeting brands and keep buying weed and keep selling weed and keep enjoying it and building the culture. That's what it is.
You'll be there for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting time. All right, guys, I got some more questions, man. Let me also take a moment here to shout out our sponsor today, SparksCan.com, our premier partner for all things cannabis marketplace listings. If you're a retailer or a brand and you want to make more money on Weed Maps, Leafly, Yelp, or Google, my guy Kevin over at Sparks, he's got your back, man. He's former Weed Maps, former Red Bull, and they're currently a Yelp advertising partner. So just some really great people to connect with. Speaking of connecting, the community, right? You mentioned these events there in the area. How do you guys go out and bring new people into our world of cannabis, guys? Right? How does Trends Wellness continue to bring people in to the world of weed?
Well, we do it by some events that we have, but largely a lot of it is education. Education, like I said, sharing stories, sharing the stick. We got a lot of people, still look at it as taboo, still look at it as not healthy or it's not good, it's a drug, But the largest segment that we see is that people who need it for like sleep issues or pain issues. So, we educate on that. For instance, my father-in-law, who's 80 years old, he was opposed to cannabis for the last, how many years, and now started using it again because he has pain and he sees the benefits of it. I have a lot of clients actually at Hurricane Fitness who struggle with either pain or sleep, or muscle issues as well, and they utilize it for their pain and issues as well. So that's one of our biggest ways that we've been targeting, just education. Start like Meet the Brands is an educational party. So we're about to start weekly workshops where we do, we talk about terpenes, we talk about cannabis, we talk about, we're gonna do, rolling classes and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
candle making class. So we try to tie in the whole, not just recreational fun use, but it's definitely a whole lifestyle experience. That being said, we also have a fashion line called Trends X. So that's another component to how we also reach demographics.
That's dope. That's incredible. I think you guys are able to overlap the fitness, the cultural elements, these passions that you guys have for, you know, cannabis, business, health, wellness, adding fashion into that. I'm sure that gets brought to life in some pretty cool creative ways. I've got a good question for you here though, Rodney. I'm sorry, Brandon. In terms of your guys' vision for the rest of the summer, the rest of the year, what do you guys have coming up? What are you guys working on? What are you guys excited for?
Let's see. We're the rest of this summer for sure. We're working on. We're heavy community focused and heavy street team initiatives, guerrilla marketing, stuff like that. So we just outside of the community. We're popping up at every single event, sponsoring a lot of stuff in the community in Long Island City and the surrounding communities as well. Just getting out there in front of the people and meeting the people and letting them know who we are. where we are, letting them know about, like Ronnie was saying, educating them on the different things about cannabis, but also, promoting some of our other businesses like our fashion business, the event space that we got. We're not only doing our own events, we're also allowing the community to come rent our space out and have their own events as well. So
Cool.
going there, doing a lot of things like that. Then also in September, we're doing a big wellness event. So we're gonna get a permit, do kind of like a block party style. We're gonna shut the whole block down, get all of the fitness businesses and spas and all of that stuff in the community. Have them all come to our block. And have all of the all the residents of the community come. Free games and obstacle courses and giveaways and
Dang, that's exciting. That's gonna be dope.
yeah, we're gonna do that in September. What, September 27th?
September 27th.
Yeah, or end of September or even early October. We're gonna do that. So we're
That's
still
gonna be
doing
exciting.
a bunch of different things like that, for the rest of this year. You know,
I
and
love
we'll
the creativity from you guys, and also too, I would say the diversification of events. It's nice to see. I mean, people do the yoga events and things like that, but I'd like to see you guys going out and actually producing a whole block party around wellness. You know,
yeah,
weed, with cannabis retail, cannabis brands, they tend to do the party music, energy and vibe, or food and drinks and stuff. But to go all in on wellness, I think that's a very strategic way to stand out, and it speaks volumes as to what you're about, what you guys are both about in unique ways, right? Because both of you guys, I would say, complement each other into like a holistic, like, yeah, man, this is like, oh yeah, this and this, and collectively this all leads to like a lot of really good shit. You know what I mean? Like, just so you know, Rodney, before I came on this episode, I just got back from the gym, so I just let it be known, everybody, your boys, one of one for Monday today. Let's freaking go! Already drank my green juice, Brandon, my fruits and veggie supplement, drinking a plant-based one here. Woo! It's a Monday, man. Smoked a joint with you guys. We're having a great convo, man. I'm learning a lot. This is great, man. We're out here setting trends, y'all. Trends wellness, Long Island City, Queens, man. We got a couple more questions. I'm gonna get these guys out of here because there's people out there that need the weed, and these guys got to keep building their businesses. Rodney, what are your biggest goals over the next? We'll go before the end of the year. What are you guys hoping to achieve before the end of the year? It's already August. It's July 21st. It's August.
For the end of the year, we're looking to get store number 2 open.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Yes, we're looking to get store number 2 open. And we're just looking to get ready to start off the year strong. Like I said, we want to be a global brand. So we do want to secure a few more locations in New York City, but we have eyes on going into other states and then going into other countries.
Exciting.
So,
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same exact goal as Rodney as well. And we still coming for that number 1 spot in New York. We got a little ways to go, but we still coming for that number 1 spot.
What are you alluding to with that number 1 spot? Is it just overall revenue, monthly revenue? Is it total visitors? What are we talking about here?
Both.
I like a healthy competition. I know there's that other group in the actual Long Island, right over there, that it's like Strains or some Stars, or I don't know, I forget what it is. But they see a ton of people, right?
They're in Long Island.
Yeah.
Whatever the county, whatever.
Yeah, in Suffolk County.
Yeah, in Suffolk County, Farmingdale. So they're a ways away from us for sure. But they're the number 1, I believe, in the country.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They were. I don't know what now, but they were for a while, just because the
first to market,
the municipalities, in Long Island opted out. And didn't need to open.
We will drive to a Walmart or a Costco if it's the only one within 20 miles, folks. That has been proven. So you guys, I'm sure there where you're located seems to, variety a lot more competition, I think, in New York proper, right? New York City proper. And so a lot more decisions, a lot easier for people to it's harder for people to walk past 2 or 3 or 4 locations to get to the one they want. And it's tough,
Yeah.
At some point, they're going to stop and check out what and then still come say hi or whatever it is. But it's
being the largest, we're able to curate a wider selection than many. And then on top of that, we also looking to source some good quality cannabis that you probably won't find in most
Yeah.
stores.
You
So
let's talk about brands for a little bit. So, brands and products. You're mentioning larger store, larger variety of offerings. You guys carry all the assortment of products, rosin, resin, beverages, all the health and wellness goodies. I'm sure. Tinctures, topicals, probably patches. I know Mary's has patches. All the goodies. I'm sure, right?
We even got CBD products as
Oh,
well.
perfect,
Lubes,
perfect. That.
we got the massage oil. We got the
Mm,
honeys. We got it all.
yeah, we got Chef Fahaya extra virgin olive oil.
Olive oil,
yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Chef Mike, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
So yeah, stuff for people who like to cook with cannabis oils, So we got everything.
And we got a
Let,
bunch of these too. The Zenkos, the Tronian, the Megatrons. We got a lot of stuff. We got something for
I'm a basketball guy, and we just had the WNBA All Star game on yesterday, right? And so I'm always interested in people's starting fives, right? Brandon, what's your favorite five products in the store? And then Rodney, go ahead and start thinking about yours.
my favorite five. I would say the Fernway. That's our top seller, by the way. Heirloom. I love everything heirloom. You
Mm-hmm.
know, drinks, the pre rolls, everything heirloom. I would say the Ruby Farms. I
Yeah,
love farm pre rolls. I love the road pre rolls is probably my favorite.
yeah, they
I don't
smack those featured farms pre rolls.
say it again.
The featured farms from Rove.
No, that it's the triple one. It's a diamond infused,
Oh yeah,
hat
yeah, yeah.
and rosin infused.
That's
Those,
crazy.
those are fire.
And
Um,
last but not least, Brandon,
not,
what you got? What you got?
not least, I
Starting center.
mean, Dank. Everybody loves
Think
Dank.
by definition, rounding out the top fave five. I like it. Those are all fire. Those are all great products too. And it also too, you're clearly a smoker, but you also got to stay hydrated with the heirlooms. I feel you. I feel you.
Oh, that's the drink of the summer. I
And
go
you
crazy.
you vape, or do you vape more? Do you find yourself vaping more heirlooms or more Fernways?
I would say the heirlooms maybe a little bit more. I'm not a big vape.
Those
I
all in ones, right?
more, but the heirloom pre rolls. I love those.
Yep. All right, Rodney, we're switching over to you, my man. You guys are the co-founders. People are interested in what the leaders are smoking. They want to know that it's legit. Think about it on LinkedIn, which is not where the culture lives. The culture of cannabis does not live on LinkedIn, but I do see this all the time. People that I have respect for complaining about all these different brand owners or retail owners or investors or corporate whatever and how they don't smoke or don't drink. I think it's dope that you guys come from a history of it. It's unfortunate that you guys had to go through the sacrifices and the struggles in terms of the justice system. Fuck that. But now we've been able to at least get you guys into this legal system, and seemingly you guys are on the path to a second store and more worldly travels in safe cannabis friendly places. So Rodney, you're up. What are your favorite five?
My top five, I'm gonna say Chunky Black is one of my favorites.
What is that? What is that before you just get glossed over though? What the heck is that?
Black is it's another brand. It's different weed. We got a chocolate kush and we got a Sherbanger.
I forgot to mention.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Forgot to mention that.
and then they're working on another strain, actual chocolate weed, not the chocolate you eat, but the chocolate you smoke. So
Yeah, these chocolate cuts, huh?
can't wait till that one come in because that one most likely would be we'll probably be the only place in the city to have it for at least a good while.
That's
So they go
dope, man.
else. I do love that. I love also hashtag honey flower,
Okay.
Banzi 1305 flower. I'm more of a flower guy. Not necessarily a vape guy, but I do love the heirloom and the layup drinks. Those are
Mm.
both good.
What about edible? What about edible? We can't forget the edible spot. I take CBN gummies every night, and I'm always eating candy. I'm a fatty secretly.
I love the 1906 pills because they got the variety, the love and the bliss. I mix those together. Those is magic. And then
Mm.
I love the off hours focus gummies, especially when I
Okay.
need to get some work done. And dial in. I take the off hour focus gummies, and those are amazing.
Wow, what a great series of recommendations from both of you guys. We definitely hit at least 12 brands in that list between you guys, and I think for the people watching, or the future viewers, definitely an opportunity for you guys to discover quality products. We hear a lot of the same brands, a lot of the same products mentioned across many different states. There are very consistent, great brands out there, very consistent quality products across the board. Every state has good weed, if not great at this point. Someone's got fire. There's always people with fire. In terms of how much, in terms of
Yep.
how great it is compared to other places, we'll let everybody else debate all that. Today is just about you guys and making sure we show love to your guys' spot and the brands and partnerships you've created. Now we are at 35 minutes, so I want to make sure we get you guys the last question for y'all. I'd like to share the floor with my guests and give them the opportunity just to promote something or to share a message that's important to you guys. And so for both of you guys, if you guys have one message or one thing you'd like to share to the people that's important to you guys, you could promote, you could do whatever it is, but I appreciate both of you guys and your time and commitment to getting this done. Rodney, Brandon, thank you all. Floor is yours.
I would say definitely follow us on Instagram, trends.lic. If you're in the New York City area or New York period, or taking a trip to New York, definitely stop by the store. We're located right at Core Square, Long Island City, Queens. We are 5 minutes from Greenpoint, Brooklyn, 5 minutes from Midtown Manhattan. We central, you know. Definitely come by, definitely come do a yoga event that we have in our space to meet the brands. Um, what else? What else? And definitely follow us. We're gonna start creating more content. The two of us. We
Cool.
got an page, the Trends Twins.
Get on the YouTube, man. Give us the Trends TV, bro. Hit us with it. Come on.
With
Working
that,
on that as
we're
well.
working on the
Working on the
Trends
Yeah.
podcast.
TV. Yeah.
We want to see y'all talking shit. We want to see the education, the moments. We want to see a little bit of the battles. It's reality TV now, man. We want to see it all, baby. Come on.
Journey, the struggle, the highs, the lows, the
You
everything.
guys are history right now in the future, right? In the future, you guys are the history of cannabis legally in New York. You're part of the first waves. You're part of the first set of brands. These events that you do, the photos that you take, although they're not printed off anymore, like and then printed out like they used to be. All
Yeah.
of this is digital history. I encourage you guys to do as much as you can to encapsulate all that and continue relishing these moments because it's cool to go around the country and be a part of your guys' excitement and to be a part of the journey. Just the same way as that you guys are a part of my journey of all these stories that we're telling. And so, I'm excited for you guys and everything you have coming up.
That's a
No,
fact.
thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you guys for being a guest today. Everybody be sure to like, follow, subscribe, tap in. Fellas, what's the website for them to place a pickup order or to tap in and get, subscribed?
trendslic.com is the website.
Trendslic.com, folks. Be sure to tap in, show them some love. Brandon, what's the Instagram for them to follow?
Trends.lic.
Easy. Instagram.com/trends.lic. That's trends with an S, folks.
We got 5 of them just in case we get shadow banned because it's cannabis.
The never-ending battle of Meta and the cannabis industry. But yeah, folks, appreciate you guys. We will see you on the next episode. Thank you again to our sponsor, SparksCan.com.